Chair Shot Reality, WrestleZone.com. Another weekend of fun-filled wrestling talk. Juice Springsteen, Justin LaBar. Juice, the conversation that happened this past week on both Monday night and Tuesday night was who had the hotter, bigger rocket up their ass. And we're talking about shooting to the stars of a booking situation here. Or, in Enzo's case, who fell off the face of the earth. Well, we're not even going to talk about Enzo. let's keep it to the positive. Yeah. Let's start out with Monday. Braun Strowman. Obviously, Braun looking like a beast. Like, the rocket's been there for him. Yeah, this but he solidified before the match. Stood up, no-sold a suplex. He looked like Hawk out there, no-selling everything. And I'm wondering how it's going to go down. Is he going to actually win at No Mercy, do you think? I mean, I don't think. You don't think so? I think that. I know you said you think Brock's going to retain, but Braun will lead him laying. But yeah, I think how does Brock win? I don't know. It almost has to be something like where he catches him and just Braun makes a 3-second mistake. I mean, but I think I was going to say maybe a roll-up. I think that'd be kind of fun. if we see a roll, catches him off guard, if we see Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman, if we see either man roll up in a small package or schoolboy, either one of them, Juice, you get to host the next week's show. You get to decide the show. All right. Cool. No, I mean, I think you're going to see Braun walk out, be the one who walks out on his own feet, but I don't know if they're going to do the title switch. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they surprise us. Unfortunately, I think this is still eventually leading to Roman Brock at Mania 34. Which is unfortunate to say the least. Well, we have next week when we do our Wrestle Rumble picks to win big money, predicting No Mercy Mania. But let's talk about in the week right now. Who had the bigger rocket? Was it Braun Strowman on Monday or Kevin Owens busting open the 72-year-old billionaire? Can I do that to my boss, you? Can I just headbutt you right here? Oh, now you acknowledge I'm your boss. Oh, yeah. When the perk comes in and making me bleed. Well, amazing. I mean, I want to do this shoot fight with you. We've been talking about that for a long time. Who do you think you are? Juice Springsteen. You think you're like Juice the Shooter Springsteen? Yeah, I am. Anyway, in real time here. The Kevin Owens thing caught me by surprise. I thought a pop-up powerbomb would have sufficed for that, but a straight-up headbutt to the face, bleeds. It was hard way, and Vince probably got way more respect for KO that way. Well, it's amazing. Well, because you know he wants him to do it the best of his ability. Right. You know he wants it. Don't make it look bad. Vince has always said, I will do nothing that I wouldn't have you do. Right. Well, and you know, if you're a Vince who, even though it's one thing, a 72-year-old guy selling, but it's still Vince is Vince. Like, he's not a normal 72-year-old. So if you have him, if he's going to sell for you, you don't want to make it look bad. At the same time, you got to figure. You don't want to hurt him. You got to figure people like Stephanie and people that are very close to Vince are probably like, don't let the old man rile you up. Like, take it easy. Yeah, well, as soon as he was shaking his hand, he was like, you gotta hit me, just headbutt absolutely. Me. And he just laid into him too, and then a super kick and a splash. Like, he laid it on thick, and Vince was just the selling was. What do you think about amazing. What do you think about the decision to have blood? Considering decision, rules, rules. Do you think that they were like, well, if you headbutt me, it's going to happen? Like, do you think they were pretty sure about that? Yeah, I mean, it looked. That's the same spot where Joe and Angle did in TNA. It did look very. I mean, they did it well done. It did look very like legitimate hard way. But then the more and more you look at it, the more and more you hear things. It probably to ensure that you get the blood, if that's what they really want. I mean, this is a very sensitive spot. Well, Vince has bladed there before. If it makes sense that they would have done something prior and then try to protect it with a. I think it's very extreme nitpicking. Well, no, I think it was just a headbutt to the face, and he was bleeding, and they got lucky with that visual. That's what my initial thought was, and the more I think about it, I'm like, man, conspiracy theorist LaBar. No, actually, it's your boy. Your boy's the one that's reporting that it was pre. Well, we're never going to know. Vince is never going to say anything. Your boy's one saying it's pre-cut. I'm saying regardless, yes, it looks great. Initially, I thought it was hard way. The more I think about it, though, is if they really wanted that visual, then that's a big gamble to hope. There was a second shooter. Someone he got cut before the incident happened. I say the two of us headbutt Josh Eisenberg at the same time. I'm down with that. Let's go down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Josh, who had the bigger week here? More impressive, Kevin Owens or Braun Strowman?
Thanks, guys. Looking at Kevin Owens, looking at Braun Strowman, I mean, like you said, Justin, I think these guys are two of the best that WWE has right now to rely on, but they're completely different. Whenever you saw Kevin Owens and the hype around Kevin Owens before he made it to the main roster, before he made it to NXT, as soon as this guy got signed by WWE, people expected him to do great things, even if he wasn't the prototypical musclehead that Vince McMahon likes. They knew Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, would be a guy that would be impactful and be just one of the best all-around guys coming into the company based on his mic work and based on a big heavyweight guy who can do super cruiserweight type of moves. We've seen it time and time again with him. This past Tuesday on SmackDown Live, you saw Kevin Owens take that one big step forward. Hell, he was a Universal Champion, he was a United States Champion, but this is the biggest and most impactful move that Kevin Owens could have done. welcome to SmackDown Live 2017 Stone Cold Steve Austin. But when you look at Braun Strowman, I don't think anybody really expected Braun Strowman to be this. They didn't expect Braun Strowman to be a guy that's 6'8" and 300 pounds, that is just pure muscle, 350 of pure muscle, pure athleticism, agility, and speed. So whenever you compare these two guys, it's so hard to compare these two because they've come from such different backgrounds. I personally am always going to enjoy what Kevin Owens has to say and the Kevin Owens heelish tactics on SmackDown Live. But when you look at the grand scheme of things where both men are positioned right now, yes, Kevin Owens is feuding with McMahon's. That doesn't happen often. But Braun Strowman has made a bigger leap in a shorter period of time in his professional wrestling career. That Braun Strowman is the guy, and if WWE really wants to find the next Brock Lesnar or the next superstar, the big man in Braun Strowman is the guy to go to. So I'm going to give a slight edge to Braun Strowman, even though this past week Kevin Owens made an impact that was very Attitude Era-esque. More Chair Shot Reality coming all weekend long. Up next, NXT at 9. You do not want to miss what I have to say.